What happens if you can't feel pain? Subtitle: when your body stops warning you, it starts destroying you. No stub toes, no migraines, no cramps. Sounds amazing, right? Wrong. So wrong. Because when your body stops screaming at you, it starts quietly falling apart. You don't become a superhero. You become a slow-motion disaster, wrapped in bubble wrap lies. Today, we're diving into the creepy, counterintuitive, and genuinely terrifying reality of what happens when you can't feel pain. It's not what you think. It's weirder. It's darker. And yes, it's already happened to real people. Let's get right into it. Number 1. You become your own worst weapon. Imagine walking barefoot on broken glass. Now imagine not realizing it until someone points out your foot is full of blood. Yeah, that's life without pain. See, pain gets a bad rep. We treat it like the villain in every story, the thing you want less of, the thing you take pills to avoid. But here's the twist. Pain isn't the villain. It's the warning siren. It's the bodyguard. It's the desperate friend screaming, "Dude, stop." Without it, you are basically a meat robot blindly walking into your own destruction. People who can't feel pain. Yes, that's a real condition called congenital insensitivity to pain. Don't notice when they're injured. They burn their hands on stoves. They break bones and keep walking. They chew through their own lips because, well, they don't know they're doing it. Their bodies slowly become a battlefield, not because the world is cruel, but because their internal alarm system is on mute. Basically, you're a demolition site with no caution tape. Number 2. Silent killers just got stealth mode. You ever get that sharp pain in your side and immediately spiral into appendix explosion panic? Well, congrats. That's your body doing its job. Because when you can't feel pain, you also can't feel disease creeping in. Inflammation? Nah. Infected organ? Who's to say? Internal bleeding? Sounds like a Tuesday. Most illnesses rely on pain to alert you. Chest tightness during a heart attack. Stomach agony with appendicitis. That lovely throb that says your tooth is halfway to hell. Now strip all of that away. Without those red flags, people end up discovering their conditions way too late, when infection has spread, or when internal damage is already irreversible. You don't get to listen to your body, because your body isn't talking. And spoiler alert, tumors love that kind of silence. Number 3. You live in a world full of invisible landmines. Ever touched a hot pan and immediately pulled back? Congrats, your pain reflex just saved you from a 3rd-degree burn. Now imagine your world without that reflex. Every object around you becomes a potential danger, but one you can't detect. Scalding water feels like water. Exposed wires feel like nothing. A nail for your foot? Guess you'll find out at bedtime when you see the blood trail. Pain is how we learn. It's how we remember. But without it, you're like a toddler in a chemistry lab. Curious, clumsy, and one bad move away from spontaneous combustion. Living without pain means you don't fear the stove, the street, or the spinning fan blades. And that false sense of security? It's not bravery. It's a safety manual written in invisible ink. Number 4. You move like a glitchy NPC. You know how your fingers automatically adjust when you hold a hot mug? Or how you grip a pencil lighter after writing for a while? Yeah, that's pain and pressure feedback keeping your movements smooth. Now imagine turning all that off. You grab things too hard. You twist in ways that strain your joints. You slam your foot into the floor without realizing your ankle's about to riot. Motor skills? Gone sloppy. Grace? Replaced by accidental carnage. People without pain often injure themselves just by existing. Why? Because they never get the subtle clues telling them to back off. Their body isn't saying, "Hey, let's not tear that ligament today." It's just chilling, unhelpfully. Basically, you become a Roomba with rage issues. Number 5. Empathy hits a wall. You know that feeling when you see someone stub their toe and your whole body clenches in sympathy? That's your pain memory doing a little empathy dance. Now imagine you've never felt that. Never broken a bone. Never had a paper cut. Never had a stomach ache that made you question your existence. Congrats, you've just been downgraded to an emotional brick. Because pain isn't just physical, it's social glue. It's how we understand each other's suffering. It's how we connect when someone says, "That hurt." If you've never felt pain, you don't really get what "that hurt" means. People who can't feel pain often struggle with emotional empathy, not because they're heartless, but because their brain has no reference file. They can't imagine pain they've never known. It's like asking a fish to understand what it's like to breathe air. They'll nod politely, but they don't get it. So yeah, turns out pain is the weird translator that makes you human. Number 6. You might just forget you're bleeding. Let's say you're out hiking. You brush past a sharp branch. It slices your leg. Now imagine not realizing it until someone says, "Hey, your sock is red." People who can't feel pain also don't notice injuries. Not small ones. Not big ones. Not the kind that normally have people screaming, icing, or calling their mom. They just move on. That's cute until a minor wound becomes a massive infection. Or a broken bone never gets set properly. Or a cut across your hand leaves you bleeding for hours before anyone catches it. Their bodies don't just break, they decay quietly. No panic, no bandages, no limping. Just a low-key horror movie starring their immune system. Basically, imagine being your own CSI episode, but you're the victim and the suspect and the clueless detective all at once. Number 7. Your body becomes a burnout machine. Let's talk overuse injuries. If you've ever worked out and felt that lovely burn in your muscles, congrats, you are getting feedback. Without pain, that feedback never comes. You lift too much, run too far, stretch too hard. Your muscles scream silently, your joints cry invisibly, your body begs you to stop, and you just keep going. People with pain insensitivity often develop chronic joint damage, dislocations, even fractures, not from accidents, but from doing normal stuff too much, too often, too hard. It's like having a car with no dashboard, no fuel warning, no engine light, no temperature gauge. Everything's fine until it explodes. So yeah, without pain, you don't rest. You don't slow down. You just grind yourself into a glorious heap of orthopedic regret. Number 8. You age like a loaf of bread in the sun. Pain protects your body from stupid ideas, like jumping from high places, or carrying 10 grocery bags in one trip, or sleeping in a weird position that turns your neck into a pretzel. But without pain, you don't stop doing those things. You don't learn, and your joints, spine, and muscles start to crumble like discount IKEA furniture under stress. People without pain often develop advanced wear and tear injuries, the kind of degeneration you'd expect in someone twice their age, because their bodies don't tap the brakes, even when the wheels are coming off. You know how your back hurts after carrying a couch upstairs? That's your body yelling, never again. Now remove that warning, and guess what? You carry it again tomorrow, and the next day, and suddenly, you've got the spine of an arthritic raccoon. Basically, it's aging on fast forward, sponsored by your own obliviousness. Number 9. Your brain starts ignoring you. Here's something fun. Your brain isn't just waiting for pain to arrive, it expects it. When you stub your toe or hit your funny bone, your brain lights up like a Christmas tree. It prepares chemicals. It alerts your memory. It builds emotional associations like, never touch that again, you absolute fool. But when pain doesn't happen, your brain gets confused. Over time, it starts to misinterpret other signals, pressure, heat, fatigue, and eventually, it may just stop responding to them entirely. That means even things unrelated to pain can become distorted. You don't get accurate signals about what's too cold, too hot, too rough. You can't tell when your body is worn out or dehydrated or running on fumes. It's like someone cut the wires to the warning lights in your brain and said, good luck. You become a pilot flying blind, and unfortunately, your crash is not optional. Number 10. You can't even trust your own hands. Think about how often your hands protect you. You touch something sharp, and you flinch. You feel heat, and pull away. You sense weight, and adjust your grip. Now imagine none of that happening. People with pain insensitivity often damage their hands, and then keep using them, making it worse. They crush, cut, twist, and overuse their fingers without knowing, until joints deform or nerves die. One medical study followed a child with congenital insensitivity to pain who bit through their own tongue because they didn't know it hurt. Others gnaw at their fingers, stub their toes into oblivion, or wear their skin raw from pressure alone. Pain teaches us where the limits are. Without it, your hands go rogue, clumsy, dangerous, and increasingly useless. It's like your tools broke, but your brain forgot to send a work order. Number 11. You might not live very long. Okay, time to be real for a second. The average life expectancy of people with complete congenital pain insensitivity? Lower. Sometimes much lower. Not because of some disease, but because the world is sharp, hot, toxic, and full of blunt objects, and pain is what kept us alive through all of it. Without that alarm system, the world becomes a giant, invisible death trap. And every day is a gamble, not because you're reckless, but because you're unaware. Pain is the thing that makes you check the seatbelt. That reminds you the stove is hot. That makes you see the red flags before the fall. Without it, survival becomes a game of Russian roulette, and you never hear the click. So yeah, turns out pain isn't the villain. It's the unsung hero, the silent bodyguard, the annoying friend who always tells you the truth, even when it sucks. Without it, life doesn't get easier. It gets dangerous, isolated, and slowly, quietly broken. If this video made you feel something, ironically, more than some people can feel, hit that subscribe button. There's more where this came from. Stay curious, stay safe, And maybe thank your nerve endings tonight. I'll be back with more weird truths you didn't ask for, but now definitely need.